Hi guys, welcome back to Geeks Wargaming and welcome to our latest Horus Heresy battle report. Today I am in the studio of fellow YouTubers Twisted Dice.
How you doing, guys?
And I'm being joined by Sean Canning, who today he's bringing his...
Death Guard.
Yeah, his
newly acquired
Death Guard army. Who buys an army from a bloke in a pub?
Yeah. He was just like, "I'll sell my army."
This guy
here. Like, how much? Then he went down to his car, he got it, and then I went, "Thank you very much."
Yeah, so it's a brand new army for Sean. He's never used this one before. I'm taking my Ultramarines, slightly different. I'm taking my Glaive. I think I've only ever used it once before, maybe twice. So it'd be good to get that back on the channel. So today's mission, we are doing Blood Feud.
I've got some new Terminators.
Shiny new Terminators.
I'm trying out some new Rhinos. I've never used them before.
You've never used anything in this army
I've
before.
got a new Sicarian. I'm giving that a Venator. I'm giving that a new go.
So basically,
I haven't used the Typhon.
Typhon. Oh, no, yeah, we've got a Typhon in it.
And Typhus.
And Typhon.
Or, no, what is his name? Callius Typhon, isn't it? That's his name.
Yeah,
30k. Yeah.
Something. Like
never used that before.
So you've never used any of this?
No, not at all. Don't even know the rules for it, so what?
So this will be fun. So yeah, today's mission we're doing Blood Feud, Dawn of War deployment. So we get victory points for every unit we kill, and an extra victory point if I kill off tank, because I've taken the tank choice, and Sean has taken troop choice. So Sean's got about four tanks, and I've only got 2 troops. So it should be good fun. Let's go take a look at the armies. Here's my Ultramarines list, very cut down 2,000 points today. I'm taking a Chaplain, comes as standard. He's basically got a plasma pistol. Over to Elites, I'm taking an Apothecary, running around giving a feel no pain to my troops, and my Chaplain will always be handy. Over to troops, got a 10-man tactical squad in here. There's a Sergeant with Artificer Armour and a Power Sword, and also a Nuncio Vox in here. Exactly the same loadout for the second squad. In heavy support, I'm taking a Scorpius Whirlwind, so those Nuncio Voxes should come in handy, allow me to have line of sight. I'm taking a Leviathan Dreadnought with Gravflux Bombard, Phosphatic Charges and the Siege Drill. I'm also taking a Spartan tank with the quad las cannons, heavy bolters, transport option for my troops, and finally I am taking my Glaive. Obviously lots and lots of las cannons plus the Glaive main beam weapon. So that's it. That is my 2,000 points. Doesn't look like much.
Right guys, today for the Death Guard for 2,000 points we have Typhus Callian leading the army. I have the Primus Medicae and he is in a squad of 10 Grave Wardens. As you can see, I have taken 2 heavy chem munition flamers. For the heavy support slots today, we will have a Predator with an Executioner cannon. I have the Venator, and then moving over to the troop slots, we're going to have 2 10-man units of veterans with their Rhino APC carriers. I have a unit of 3 Reapiers for my elite section, and they will have Shadow Shells. And then I finally, for my Lord of War, I have a Typhon. So there is the entirety of the army today, led by this guy here. Let's see what he can do.
So the battlefield today is a mixture. We have a rocky outcrop, a bastion overseeing the entranceway to what was the former glory of an imperial city, now overrun by the traitorous Death Guard. And the Ultramarines on the opposite side trying to reclaim this battlefield in the name of the Emperor. Hunkered down in the ruins of the city, we have the Scorpius Whirlwind, we have the Leviathan Dreadnought, and they're going to be facing off against. We have the Quad Mortars, we have the Plasma Predator, and we have the Venator, and then we also have the Typhus over there as well. The Ultramarines spread out a bit further across this battlefield because that's it for the Death Guard. That whole section on that rocky outcrop is empty. We have the Glaive. We have the Spartan. Inside of that, the Chaplain, the Apothecary, 10-man tactical squad. And then finally the next tactical squad all down here. So these guys are going to have to swing around the battlefield, down in between the buildings. Some nice lines of shots at those tanks, mainly for that Glaive. Fully aware that we have arriving 2 Rhinos and lots and lots of Terminators that will be entering this battlefield. Scorpius Whirlwind has obviously stayed still. Leviathan Dreadnought has come up through the ruins of the building, punching his way through, looking at the Quad Mortars, tanks, just out of range, so Phosphex Discharger possibly in range. The Glaive and the Spartan have moved around. The Spartan can see those quad mortars just over the top of the rocks into the building, and the Glaive obviously has a nice line of sight down there at the Venator tank. The troops are slightly out of position a little bit, so they're just kind of upped and round, ready to go, fully aware that we do have things deep striking in and coming in from reserve, but we're going to go and see what we can blow up in turn one. Little bit uneventful for the Ultramarines this turn. Scorpius Whirlwind, Leviathan Dreadnought shot down into the quad mortars. Good off the 3 spotters really, so they've all gone. The las cannon from the Spartan also managed to shoot in and kill one of those guys. The beam weapon from the Glaive did nothing. Nothing at all. No damage. Couldn't have rolled worse if I'd have tried. Las cannons did nothing as well. I've ran the troops up. So at the end of the turn, I've killed off 3 spotters from the quad mortars. Yeah, and that's it. So we're going to head over to Sean's first turn. Traitorous Death Guard have started their march up the battlefield. The Typhon, now out in the open, come around the side of the rock, ready to fire its shells across at the Ultramarines as they advance through. And also the Venator has come around, looking at shooting through the tight little alleyways of the former ruined city. Quad launchers hidden away down inside of the ruined buildings. Even though they suffered shells from the Leviathan Dreadnought, managed to shoot the Scorpius, destroying it, taking off all of the hull points on there. 3 glancing hits, 3 penetrating hits out of hull points. So that is first blood for Sean and the Death Guard. The Venator down here, I'm going to show you the angle. Shot down at the Glaive there, right through the alleyway. Hit and hit hard, and so did the Typhon with its shell launching and hitting true right on the top of the armour of the Glaive. 5 hull points gone. It is down to 7. Scorpius is also included in that explosion. No damage done. So the Ultramarines are down a Scorpius Whirlwind as we head into turn 2. The tactical squad moved over slightly out of the way to allow the tracks of the rumbling Spartan up and through, ready, so the lascans are fully on that Typhon. The Glaive has come round as well. We'll also be shooting that Typhon. The beam weapon out of use this turn because I'm snap firing, which is a little bit annoying because the lascans are going to be hitting on 6s, but I will get re-rolls with twin linked, but still a little bit annoying. Leviathan Dreadnought has moved up. Its target's probably going to be those quad mortars, I'd have thought. Maybe that plasma Predator, maybe, not sure. Let's go and shoot some stuff and then work out what the Leviathan's shooting at. Leviathan Dreadnought, shot with his grav flux, shooting down at the Venator down here. 3d6 arm penetration, only rolled 11. It's not enough, but it's still sitting on that grav flux well. Typhon is still alive with 1 hull point remaining. Last cannon shots from the Spartan tank and the Glaive. The Glaive snapshotted and got 2 6s. 2 6s with the first roll. Used Power of the Machine Spirit, missed, re-rolled, got 2 more hits. So 4 shots, last cannons. Still alive. It only had 6 to start with. It's got 1 hull point remaining. First of the Death Guard reserves are on the Rhino, staying out of trouble and out of line of sight at the back of the battlefield in the Ultramarines deployment zone. The Plasma Predator moved around a little bit. Ventus stayed still. Typhon was going to think about Thunder Blitz and then thought, nah, I'm going to shoot. So he's moved over just in case the Glaive gets popped by the quad mortars, maybe that Venator. So he's got other targets to shoot at. But we have the second of the reinforcements on for the Death Guard, Typhon. Typhus himself, the Primus Medicae, and all of those Terminators. They didn't scatter off the board. I was kind of hoping they'd fall off the edge, but they didn't. They stayed still and stayed put. So they are really going to destroy and ruin the day for these tactical Marines down here. But it'd be quite funny if the Glaive goes bang, and then the Typhon fires down here, scatters and kills his own guys. I don't think I'm that lucky. Mind you, I don't really want my Glaive to die. But we're going to head over to Death Guard shooting Let's see how much punishment Sean can put down. The Venator, the Plasma Pred, and all of the Quad Mortars have all shot down into the glaive, removing the final hull points from it. So we now need to see what on the damage table Sean does. Let's have a look. He rolls a 1. So it's only just a normal explode result. So it's D in the centre blast, then it's a strength 4, then a strength 2. But that does scatter. So let's see where this scatters off to. Oh, it's back quite a way, but there's nothing here. So you've toasted some grass and maybe part of this lovely, lovely building. But the glaive is no more. In the remaining shooting phase for the Death Guard, that was painful. The Typhon shot his blast down at the Spartan, immobilising it, taking off a hull point, killing off a few guys. And then basically the Chem Flamers from the Death Warden Terminators, or Grave Warden Terminators, just ripped apart the poor little tactical squad down here. Only 2 guys remaining. That Spartan being immobilised has caused me a few little issues though, because there is a squad inside of that. So what am I going to do there? The tactical squad have come together, moved up, looking at blocking line of sight for the Death Shroud Terminators being their closest target. The guys that are inside the now immobilised Spartan have gotten out. I am actually going to run them, looking at moving up towards the cover of that building. Sean took troops for his choice of unit to destroy. So there's 2 victory points, 1 for the unit, 1 for the bonus. And 2 victory points, 1 for the unit, 1 for the bonus, plus Chaplain, plus Apothecary in that squad. So they need to get out of the way. So they've moved. And the Leviathan Dreadnought has also moved. That's moved up 6. Going to go into combat with those quad launchers in there. Hopefully destroying them. Las cannons from the Spartan. The one that can see will shoot the Typhon. 1 hull point left. Should make short work of that. Spartan is then acting as a roadblock. Put some distance between this tactical squad and those Terminators. Tactical squad have ran 2 inches out of that Spartan. The Spartan itself shot with the last cannons down into that Typhon. 1 hull point remaining. I have hit twice. I need a 5 to glance, 6 to pen. 2 dice. He gets a 6. So we've penetrated it. On the catastrophic damage table, let's see what damage we do. It's a 5. It's the big one. It's the Titanic Explosion. That's D10. And then I think it's like strength 5, but it is going to scatter. So the scatter of the debris for that Typhon goes. That D-hit blast would now be on the Bastion building. So we're tempted to actually blow up that building and see what damage we can do to it, just for the giggles. This has taken a lot longer than what I thought. Me and Sean have been literally flicking through the rulebooks, flicking in between pages. So basically what we've worked out is that Bastion there is a medium building that has got 4 hull points on it. We're now going to roll 1 dice on the D weapon, which will then flip against the damage for the buildings. Now, there's nobody in this, but if there was, and you guys out there are playing, this is quite interesting to know. So, on the D6 table, I roll a 6, which is the devastating hit. So this suffers a penetrating hit that causes it to lose a D6 plus 6 hull points. So it's out of hull points already, but so that's 12 hull points. These dice are loaded. 12 hull points this building has lost. So we've worked out that this building suffers a total collapse because it is out of hull points. But Sean wants me to roll another 6.
Just to see what happens with regards to the effect of the weapon.
Yeah, so the effect of the weapon on the building. Can I roll another 6? No, I can't.
Oh no, it's just a 6. So
it's
a
4.
total collapse.
So it's just total collapse of the building. So that building, that Bastion, is going to crumple. Leviathan Dreadnought shot with the Gravflux Bombard and the Phosphorus Discharger at the quad mortars, killing off only 2 of them. 1 guy left alive. It's a 5-inch charge in cover, so another 2 inches on. So I need a 7 to get into these guys. Leviathan Dreadnought made it into combat quite easily and made very short work of that 1 remaining quad mortar. He's looking at the 2 tanks next turn. He's got to weather the fire of these guys. Hopefully he will survive with that 4-up invuln save. Let's see what he can do. The Rhino that came on last turn has booted it up into the building looking for cover. Predator has moved around. Venator has stayed still. My Leviathan Dreadnought's got to weather that storm and that Venator, but then I've got choices of tanks to go after, and I get extra bonus victory points for destroying tanks. Terminators, Typhus, coming up. They're going to go in, probably into combat, I'd have thought, with the Spartan and that one remaining tactical squad. These guys only running 2 inches didn't help me, really. Yeah, it's going to be tricky. There's going to be lots of shooting going on. I really need that Leviathan to survive. Leviathan Dreadnought has survived. It's taken 1 hull point and lost one of its nipple flamers, but it's free to go into combat with that Venator next turn. Tactical squad down here, and the Spartan were charged by the Grave Warden, Terminators and Typhus. Challenge was issued to the sergeant in that squad, who accepted. He managed to do a wound to Typhus, so he's only got 2 remaining. Spartan was taken down to 1 hull point, and then the tactical squad were just murdered. So that is a victory point plus an extra victory point for Sean there for killing off that troop choice. Tactical squad have moved up, and I've also ran them. Managed to get a 4 on that die, so they're heading up for the cover of the building. Leviathan Dreadnought has moved up. I'm going for the Plasma Predator here. I'm going to ignore that Venator for the time being. That's 2 victory points if I destroy that tank. I've got Melter and then going into combat. Rhino, possibility of crack grenades from that tactical squad. Possibly popping that, and that will free up the Leviathan back towards the Venator. Or the Leviathan down towards that Rhino. It's a bit of a unknown at the moment, but I need to take that out, and then next turn hopefully take out this Rhino either from crack grenades or from that Leviathan Dreadnought. Straight into the combat phase. Leviathan Dreadnought has made very, very short work of that Predator. It has gone boom, rolled a 7, so that's all good. That's an extra victory point for destroying that tank type. Now I have my choices, Venator or that Rhino, but that Leviathan will need to survive another round of shooting. At the end of the assault phase, the Death Guard Terminators have finished off that Spartan. It is now out of hull points, but it's a little bit of a roadblock, which might actually do me the favour when it comes down to my tactical squad. The last of Sean's reserves are in. This Rhino is now on the battlefield. The other Rhino that was buried down itself inside that building. The guys are out, up and around on these different floors. They've also ran as well, so no shooting this turn. The Venator has also moved, so no shooting this turn. It's going to be down to whether Sean can kill this squad and whether or not I can kill off these 2 tanks here. So the Grave Wardens were the only thing to really shoot this turn, opening up with their grenade launchers down into the tactical squad. I think it was about 25 wounds done, 2 casualties. Managed to save the rest and then feel no pain. The others only lost 2 tactical guys from this unit, which is good. So they're going to have to move out of the way. Looks like they'll be going up into the building as we move on to the Ultramarines turn 5. Tactical squad have made it through the building. Leviathan Dreadnought has also made it up and into what is nice shootable range. So with the Leviathan Dreadnought, I shot the Melter at the Rhino. Missed and missed terribly. Grav Flux, I opened up at the target, and I actually put the shot on here so that it wasn't anywhere near any of mine, hoping not to scatter, which I didn't. Killed off 1 guy, just the 1, but that does mean they're in Grav Flux as well. But yeah, a little bit annoying. And then the bolt pistols from the tactical squad shot into the other Death Guard tactical squad, killing 3 off. Now we're going to go into assault. Tactical squad into the Death Guard and Leviathan Dreadnought into that Rhino. So I've just measured it up. It's a 6-inch charge for that Leviathan. Plus 2 because going through a building. Can he make it? Yes, he can. Tasty round of combat down here. Leviathan Dreadnought has made short work of the Rhino, and the Tactical Marines wiped out the Death Guard counterparts. So that was 3 victory points this turn for the Ultramarines as we head over to Sean and the Death Guard. In what might be a really pivotal turn for this game, Sean has taken Typhus and the Grave Warden Terminators. Not really doing a lot now. There's nothing on this side of the battlefield, but they are securing Linebreaker. Venator has not moved, free to shoot Leviathan Dreadnought. The guys from inside the Rhino that turned up last turn are out. They're looking at shooting the tactical squad. Melter maybe at the Leviathan. Maybe he won't shoot the tactical squad. Maybe he will go for that Leviathan Dreadnought if the Venator fails to destroy it. Maybe. You have choices. But it's going to be an important turn because Sean needs to kill off that squad realistically. And I don't want him to kill off that Leviathan because I want that to come and earn me more victory points down here. Quite a brutal shooting phase. The Venator opened up at the Leviathan. Sean missed. Twice, which is hilarious. And then the tactical squad, the veteran squad down here, shot at the tactical squad down here. Basically, there's only 2 of them left. He killed off 6 of them, including the apothecary and the sergeant from that squad. So I've only got the chaplain and 2 men left as we head over to turn 6 for the Ultramarines. So this is it. This is final turn of this battle. I've moved my Leviathan Dreadnought up. And I've also moved my 2 remaining tactical guys and the chaplain up as well. So the idea is, well, if this works, Gravflux and the Melter from that fist. The Melter's in range of 12 inches of this Rhino down here. I need it to go boom. I need the Melter and the Gravflux to remove all of the hull points and blow it up. That'll give me 2 victory points. This Death Guard squad will then be shot at and charged at by the chaplain and the tactical marines. Some miracle wiping them out, but that probably won't happen. So I want that Rhino to die. The Leviathan Dreadnought has shot its Gravflux Bombard and the template is over the top of that Rhino. So here we go, scatter dice in hand. I get a hit. It was a big as well. It was a 10, so I'm so glad that's a hit. So the way Gravflux work is you get 3d6 for your armor penetration. Side armor of this Rhino is an 11, so I need 11. Well, I need more than 11 on 3 dice.
That'll do it.
That will do it. So I'm not going to do many hull points. I need this dice to be a 6. There it is. That Rhino goes boom. So the tactical squad are going to go in. They did nothing with their bolt pistols. Plasma pistol did nothing as well. So Sean is going to overwatch me, and he's just rolled his melter gun 6. Brilliant. So we've also got D3 flamers. So that's 3 on the flamer front, Sean. And then you've got a bucket load of normal bolters. So 6 is in here. Oh, only 1 in there.
Okay. So 2 wound.
2's to wound with the melter.
Ooh.
So that's
Flamers,
wounded.
3's to wound with shred. Those count flamers.
So yeah, so we've got 3 wounds off the flame.
AP2.
Oh, they're AP2 flamers, are they? Brilliant. So I've got my invuln save on my chaplain.
And then this final one is a wound on a bolter.
Let me go work this out. So far, I have lost 1 tactical marine to the 2 up, or the AP2 melter. I've just saved 2 saves on the normal tactical guy. So I've got 2 invuln saves to make on my chaplain, which is a 5 up. So I've got 2 5-ups refractor field save.
There you go.
There we go. That is some of the luckiest dice rolling ever. A 5 and a 6. The chaplain he's all good. So we're going to now go into combat, but I've only got 1 tactical marine remaining. The Ultramarines have made it into combat. The tactical marine killed off 2 of his former brothers. The chaplain swung, killing off 3. Death Guard swung back, managed to killing off the troop choice, which will give them 2 victory points, 1 for the troop choice and 1 for their special picked unit. Now, the Death Guard have just failed their morale check, so we're going to do initiative roll-off now to see if I can catch and kill off this squad with the chaplain. Sean, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Come on then. Ready? Roll it. They managed to get away.
How far do I fall back?
Yeah, it's good going for the Death Guard. They're out of there. So the guys falling back obviously need 6 to shoot. The melter gun down here shot, got a 6, hit the chaplain, and I failed his invuln save. The chaplain has gone. So that's an extra victory point and slay the warlord for Sean. So that's it. That is the end of the game. It is a victory for the Death Guard. 14 victory points to 10. Let's head over to the post-game review. Hi guys, welcome to the post-game review. That was a really good, fun game.
Yeah, it was a good game.
It was actually, wasn't it? It was really close at the end. 14-11 on victory points. A win for the Death Guard. Boo. But it's a really nice army. It plays quite nicely. Typhon was actually okay. I like the fact that it blew up and took out a building.
It's not too strong. I mean, that glaive is another level. That's really strong.
You say that, but today, I mean, in the battle just, it didn't really do much. When it had a chance at destroying a tank, I missed. Oh, not missed, but I didn't penetrate the armour, which is a bit rubbish. Even with 3 dice, it was a bit pants. So yeah, it was good. It didn't really perform up to its points level today, I don't think. Leviathan Dreadnought for me was probably my unit of the game. That was brilliant.
They're like hit or miss, right? They either go up really quickly.
Yeah.
Oh, they last an entire game, which is really cool.
Yeah, which mine did, and it managed to destroy 2 tanks plus your quad mortars plus 3 tanks. It took out the Rhino at the end of the game as well, didn't it? So yeah, it did. It definitely got its points back and did quite well.
Didn't really see much of Typhon though, did we?
No, so
that was a shame.
Yeah, the way you deep striked in Typhon, I kind of hoped you'd deep strike off the board, but then never did. And then I just kind of outrun you into the building to get my tactical squad out of the way, and then they were left.
It's a lot of points for what they do. They don't really they put down a huge amount of fire.
You say
but
that
each time didn't really kill much.
You killed a Spartan. Well, you took off all the hull points from a Spartan.
Yeah, with power.
After
10 of them.
After it was
10
immobilised by a Typhon tank. And you killed a tactical squad. So you nowhere near got your points back today with them, I don't think. So what was your unit of the game, Sean? Looking around the battlefield.
The Venator was really good.
Venators are brilliant. They really are. If you keep them still, they're amazing gun platforms. If you move them around, you can't shoot them.
That Venator saved most of the game for me because your glaive couldn't shoot. Then the Typhon was popping shots off.
Yeah.
It's
a little bit annoying.
It took it must have taken about six hull points off.
Off the glaive, yeah, I think it would do. And that's another thing as well, because you shot with the glaive, so that means that my glaive was snap firing because of the Venator, and that means I can't shoot my beam weapon.
Get my logo in there.
You want to get your logo in shot, do you?
Twisted Death.
Now I look really short. Anyway, so yeah, it was a really good fun game. It was good. The Ultramarines performed better. There wasn't much in there for 2,000 points because the glaive was over 600 points on its own.
Got lucky sometimes. I think I did. That snapshot.
I think you did. Oh, the snapshot
that was amazing.
There. Oh, I need a 6. Oh, just rolled a 6.
Got a 6 to wound. You got a 2 dead.
But then,
the building, that was pretty cool. Even though that was like a complete waste of 15-20 minutes of our time. Like, you blew up the Typhon went nova, it landed by a building, we suddenly realised we didn't know the rules for the building, we didn't know the rules for D, we had to read up that.
Because things have changed, things have kind of changed with the new rules. We kind of wanted to know what had happened with that building, because it's the only full building we got on the board, so we blew it up. If there'd been somebody in it, that'd have been cool. But there wasn't. But we thought, let's do it anyway. So we kind of get the rules for that a little bit now, just in case it ever does crop up. So that's always nice. But yes, it was a good, fun game. It was nice to play against Sean. First time I've played against Mr. Canning here. But lovely Death Guard army. I think your purchase was quite wise. I think it's a good buy. Very good buy. But thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah, thank you. See you later. All the best. All the best now. See you later.
I would say go check out Twisted Dice YouTube channel. They are really good.
We're a YouTube channel.
Sean's all right.
Yeah, that's pretty
Darren is the brains behind it all. Sean is the
Darren's the brains.
Sean's the looks.
Yeah, he does all of the maintenance, and you've probably seen the power drill. It's around somewhere.
Yes, we have no power. There is a video doing the rounds on Twisted Dice where there might have been accidentally a power tool left in shot. Looking at Darren, looking at Darren, looking at Darren behind the camera. But no, go check out Twisted Dice on YouTube. Go give him a sub. Thanks for watching, guys. Please leave us a like,
subscribe, and share. Isn't that what you say? That's what we always say.
That's what you like, subscribe. Oh, do you know, I might actually steal that. And leave us a comment. It'd be great to hear your feedback. As always, guys, thanks for watching.
See you later, Robin.
And we will see you on the next one.